Today is June 13th, 2023. I just passed the 10K FTMO challenge. It means that, what that means is that the 200K account can be passed as well, because all I have to do is multiply things. When I multiply things, it means all I have to do is multiply the trades and I get it. Because even the max loss and daily max loss and the max loss have been observed. It means that anything that I do, if I multiply it, it means that it'll still be within the guidelines of the FTMO policy for taking on the challenge. Now, what that also means is that when I pass the challenge, it means that the verification, the profit target is actually half. So it makes it easier to do. So I expect that. So I actually went to Costco today, and a best friend of mine, he was there too. It coincided, I think, but he left early. So I'm looking at this situation, and I thought to myself as I drove back from Costco to Office Evolution, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking to myself now, I'm thinking to myself, there's this goal of mine to walk on the moon, literally. Walking on the moon literally means essentially achieving a financial freedom through my own hands. And through my own hands, I achieve a financial independence. And I thought to myself, how would that be if I were to achieve financial independence by becoming a consistently profitable day trader? Now, what would it be like walking on the moon? So walking on the moon, I suppose, would be like where the atmosphere wouldn't be there. So it'll probably be like the Michelin Man, right? The suit will be all poofy and rigid because it has to create a what atmosphere environment. And the suit will be essentially very rigid. Now, however, if I were to think about it, I'm thinking perhaps it's like walking on the clouds, maybe. And the movie called what is that? Guardians of the Galaxy. I think the number 3, and they were on this like biological matter to take the memory back of the raccoon, Rocket Raccoon, right? And so they were like bouncing up and down. So it must be like if I was walking on the moon, I suppose it would be like just jumping up and down on a trampoline or something. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe. The reality is the concept of walking on the moon is essentially means that when a person becomes financially independent through means of their own hands, it essentially means that there is such a lifting off of the gravity that is within that person, and that person becomes free. Is essentially free. And it coincides with what this young man said yesterday when I ordered a couple of hamburgers from the young man. I ordered a Maui, and I ordered a cheeseburger with sauerkraut. I heard sauerkraut is good for the heart. Okay, lowers blood cholesterol, and so that's the way it is. I'm quite embarrassed here, walking around with this big giant thing, and I'm talking to myself, right? But it's okay. There's people watching. I wonder if you can hear, but that's the way it is. So I'm gonna make a loop and go into the front entrance. So the reality is now when a person becomes financially independent, it means that there is such a relief, and it is a freedom, right? And I told him, hey, you got talent, young man. He says, well, I freestyle. And I told him, hey, that's talent. Cooking anyway. So I'm out here on a very, very nice day, and I passed my FTMO challenge, not for the first time. I passed it like 3 times, right? Actually, it'll be 4 times. I had 2 50K accounts that passed, and then 1 10K account that passed, and then now I have this another 10K account that I just passed. So this time around, when the verification count starts, then it's going to be a lot easier because the the profit target is going to be exactly half of that, and it should be easier, as well as the time span is going to be a lot. Is going to be approximately 60 days, and so I'm making a full loop here, and we got it. So I expect the I expect the I expect the verification is going to be far easier as well. So I look forward to that. And if somebody were to ask me what walking on the moon feels like, I suppose I have to be conscious of the concept of being consistently profitable.